everybody, how's it going? So I've got Mr. Ty Christian on the show today from the band
Lords of the Trident, the most metal band on earth.
I don't know. I'm sure all the Meshuggah fans might have something to say about that.
I mean, we'll take them one-on-one in a steel cage any day.
But you, Jen?
Can't do it.
No, I didn't think so. Okay. So you guys are what?
So we are power metal / adventure metal. We travel around, we pillage, we set stages on fire, and we melt a lot of faces. It's a good time.
Now, you guys just played Toronto last night, right? Lee's Palace.
Yeah.
They're on Bloor Street, the fabled Lee's Palace in Toronto, Ontario. And how'd that go?
It was excellent. Yeah, a ton of people came out, and all the bands were amazing. It was a fantastic time. Canadian fans are amazing.
Right on. Glad you guys had a good time. I was almost there, but it's just I was already in Toronto earlier this week, and it's a big drive. Anyway, so we do have some clips of that, which we're going to be showing throughout this episode. But the main reason we're down here, you guys stopped off at the studio. You're on your way back to Madison, Wisconsin, and where I live, Windsor is a great big border town. And so I thought, hey, why don't you guys stop in and we'll talk a little bit about what you got coming out. And what is it?
We have a vocal course coming out called Own the Stage, a masterclass in vocal performance and technique. So we're going to teach you how to sing and how to perform. And it's a full, complete course, 5 hours, all full of a bunch of amazing tidbits on how to perform well with this crazy instrument that a lot of people don't quite know how to use.
Fair enough. I mean, I used to sing in a band once upon a time. Learning how to sing is one thing, but learning how to perform with that voice while you're on stage is a very different thing.
Yeah, a lot of people will take singing lessons, and you see a lot of courses out there that, provide basic singing lessons, but there's really no course out there that also provides performance lessons, right? A lot of the stuff that you learn of looking good on stage comes from trial and error, and usually it's a lot of error. And so we're going to try to nix all of that error for everybody out there so that you can get on the stage and look cool from day one.
Okay, so just to cut to the chase here, give us a screen. Let's see what you can do.
Oh, right now?
Right now,
Shit.
come on.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Come on, Mr. Charisma, let's have it.
So, today is my birthday.
Oh, happy
Last
birthday.
night was the last night on the tour. And that commenced at midnight, which means that I'm a little hoarse today because there was a lot of drinking and screaming because I don't have to use my voice today.
Okay.
So I'll probably be like, if I try to fucking do it. But the nice thing about the course is that we provide a lot of opportunities for warm-ups, and we provide lessons on what to do if you're in this situation, right? So it's early in the morning today, and if I were to follow my own advice from the course, I could slowly warm up over the day, and I could get back to the point where by the show tonight, if there was a show tonight, by the show tonight, I'd be 99% ready to go.
Okay, cool. So you've got a warm up regime regiment to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. Okay, now this is the thing you were talking about. Okay, I think you guys are kind of putting yourselves into new territory here because I've seen a lot of vocal lessons. I've worked with a bunch of guys doing vocal lessons, and that's all great. There's some wonderful information in there. But this one's a little unique because you're showing people how to interact with your audience on stage. And I know half of you guys just said, what audience?
Eventually you will hopefully have an audience.
If people other than your mom and dad and your aunts and uncles show up, he's going to teach you how to entertain those people.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people will just get up on stage and not know what to do. They'll get stage fright. They'll interact weird, and they just won't understand how to interact directly with an audience. We teach you how to do all that and how to look cool, basically. So.
All right, cool. Let's roll that clip right now.
Callouts are banter that speaks directly to the audience or location that you're in. A successful callout will get a verbal reaction from the crowd. We actually use a small amount of callouts in the introduction section. For example, how are you doing tonight is a callout. We're expecting the crowd to applaud afterwards. Callouts can be very fun, especially if you do just a little bit of research on the city or venue ahead of time. Here are some examples. Okay, Boston, how many of you have seen Lords of the Trident before and lived to tell the tale? Scream real loud! Whoa, that's way more than I thought. You must be some strong warriors to have survived those earlier battles. Okay, how many people have never, ever seen Lords of the Trident before? Scream real loud! Detroit! How are you feeling tonight? Can you believe it? This is actually our first time ever in Detroit, and we are having an absolute blast in the Motor City. How many of you people think that Detroit is going to be the best show on the tour? All right, so far you've been proving it.
Okay, we're back. So that was great, man. That was really fucking cool. I really want to sit through this entire course and get my head around exactly what's going on with your stuff, because it sounds like a really cool thing to do. Now, I was going to say another part we're going to talk about here is something you call faking charisma.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I was just going to say, in my own experience, it's a lot of case of, even doing YouTube, you have to be able to act on camera.
Yeah.
And, for me, that's a thing I work with every day. As soon as that record light goes on, I have to be able to not hold anything back and just let it go. And I imagine that's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. A lot of people out there who are front men or front women will look at bands that they look up to, that they enjoy, and they'll see that front person and they'll be like, how the hell does he or she do that? Just get up on stage every single night and hold the audience in the palm of their hand. They must have a ring of plus 20 charisma that they just put on every day, right? And the fact of it is that those performers know their show front and back all the time. Now, what happens if you don't know your show front and back all the time? There's a way that you can fake it. There's a way that you can get up on stage and look like you know exactly what you're doing, even when you don't, where you can pull out that acting and you can get that going. And we teach you how to do that in the course. So.
Let's roll the clip.
Now you may be saying to yourself, well, sure, Ty, that's all fine and good, but I've got a gig coming up in a few weeks and I need to deal with the current terrified me rather than some future person who's wearing a ring of plus 20 charisma. Not to worry, because while you may not be able to instantly cure stage fright, there is one thing you can do to negate most of its effects. Plan out everything. This goes far beyond simply practicing your songs. I'm talking about planning out every move, every look, everything you say in between songs. Plan it all out. If you've got a gig coming up in 3 weeks, spend that time rehearsing the show with your bandmates and do it exactly as you'll do it live. This means pretending to come on and off the stage, saying your in-between song banter out loud, and rehearsing your stage moves, all while facing your pretend audience. You'll still be anxious the day of the show. In fact, you might be downright terrified, but if you perform the show exactly as you planned and rehearsed it, not a single audience member will know.
Just come back on that. Yeah, the charisma thing, believe me. I mean, do you warn anybody about how to not do it when you're on stage? Because, I come off doing my show, I go hang out with my friends, they all think I'm an asshole. Because I'm always running my jokes by them. They don't always land, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm always testing out my material on my friends, and they're always like, you're such a dick. And I'm like... Yeah, so hopefully you warn people, okay, don't do this shit in normal life.
Yeah. We'll help you on stage, off stage, that's you. That's you.
This is a lesson hard learned.
Yeah.
So now the guy you did this video with is...
So the other person who's teaching this video is Dr. Adam Shelton. He is my vocal teacher, and he is a doctor of voice. So a lot of times you go out there...
Like an actual PhD.
Like an actual PhD.
So he's not like Dr. Dre, he's an actual fucking real doctor.
Exactly. He's not Dr. Dre, he's not Dr. Pepper, he's a doctor of voice. So, you'll go out there and you go to a vocal teacher and be like, well, how the heck do they know what they're talking about? And I was in the same boat when I was looking for a vocal teacher. It's like, well, can I outsing this guy or this gal? And then, I looked for somebody and found him. He's got a freaking doctorate. Oh, okay. He knows what he's talking about. Yeah. Right. And I've been working with him for 5 years. My voice has completely changed. I've completely changed how I warm up, how I sing, how I cool down. I actually came to him because I had a vocal injury.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had a vocal injury. I realized, oh shit, I got to change how I sing or I'm going to mess this up permanently.
Okay.
And he helped me recover from that. And he's helped me change how I sing completely so that in the years since, I've had zero injury, and pretty much every single night I've been singing at like 98, 99, 100%. So,
wow.
I mean, yeah. So if you follow his advice, take it from me. If you follow his advice, you're going to be singing good too.
Okay, so not only is this guy an actual doctor, you guys actually get out the science toys. What's that all about?
Yeah, so one of the big things that is difficult with teaching singing, right, is unlike teaching guitar where you could look at somebody's hands and see what they're doing and look at their picking hand, see what they're doing, right? All everything's inside of here. How am I supposed to tell you what is all this going on, right?
Sure.
So we break down an entire vocal anatomy lesson, and we even have a scope that kind of goes. It's actually my vocal cords. It went up through my nose, it was down into my throat, and you can see my vocal cords like vibrating in it. It's pretty sweet.
How fucking horrible was that?
Terrible.
Though? Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, like, for anybody who's taking
Wouldn't recommend it.
For anybody who's taking a COVID test, you know exactly what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
wouldn't recommend. That was actually from the time that I had my vocal injury, and they stuck it up through my, and down my throat. Yeah, wouldn't recommend it. Don't do it unless you absolutely have to.
All right. Let's check it out.
We often call them the vocal folds or the vocal cords. The term chords is derived after the concept in geometry that a line can run between two fixed points on a circular arc. The circular arc would be your throat, and then the two lines would be the vocal folds themselves, or the thyroarytenoid. The thyroarytenoid is the primary vibration source for sound production.
Can you do a lower pitch E? How about a Good, and again. Okay.
Okay, that's all fucking great. Now, here's my case, okay? I used to sing about 30 years ago in a band, and I had a pretty decent range. I could hit some of the high notes and whatnot.
Yeah.
And, that was my early 20s, okay? Now I'm in my early 50s. Is there any hope for getting some of my range back? Because I notice I'm struggling to hit some of those top notes that I used to hit.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And really, I mean, the voice is a series of muscles, right? And so a lot of what it is just like building muscles in a gym. It's those daily exercises to increase the musculature, to increase the amount of like stretch that you can do with your vocal cords. But the thing is that you have to know what exercise to do. If you're doing the wrong exercise, you may be building muscle strength, but you're not building flexibility.
All right.
And what you want to build is both more strength and flexibility, right? So we go through all that in the course. We talk about range. We talk about doing big screams. We talk about faking out big screams with microphones. We even talk about growling and dirty vocals and all that sort of stuff. So we go through it all. We give you exercises for everything.
All right, fantastic. That's great. Sounds like something I want to take because a lot of you guys have been asking, you saw me do the All Right Everybody's last summer and whatnot. A lot of guys are like, hey, we really want to see us sing a song. And I'm like, I haven't done that in a long time. Nobody's ever really seen me sing on the show seriously. And the entire time I've been doing this show, and it's like, well, that's kind of like my thing. I used to actually be a frontman once upon a time. So maybe I got to do a cover of something at some point and sing it myself.
Leave a comment below. Let him know what do you want to hear him sing?
Yeah, exactly. I know I've got a few things. Some old priest or something like that. Something off
hell yeah.
Something off Sad Wings or Sin After Sin or something like that would be really cool.
Take the vocal course, and then I want to see you do Painkiller.
No, I can't do Painkiller. Fuck that. I'm barely playing on guitar. I'm not going to sing that. You see Halford get up there night after night still doing Painkiller at 70. I'm like, that's impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us all about the course. How long is it? How much should everybody be forking over, and why the hell should we buy it?
Right. Course is 5 hours long, and it's got pretty much everything you need to be A, a good singer, and B, a good performer. Okay. The course price is $147 USD, but we're going to be doing a special limited time run of it for $99. So make sure to pick that up ASAP because it's not going to that price is not going to last for long.
I imagine that's going to be a week or two. We'll have full details in the description below, what day the sale ends, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to check it out one more time, what's it called?
It is called Own the Stage, a masterclass in vocal performance and technique, or just Own the Stage for short.
Okay, that's over at Spectre Academy. Once again, limited time sale for only $99. If you want to get serious about your vocal game, I'd highly recommend checking it out. And judging by a lot of the mixes you guys have sent me over the last 8 months on Monday Mix Reviews, a lot of you really need this course. Go grab it today.